When one website kind of links to a different website, it's called a link in a generally major way. Other terms commonly employed by SEO companies and online marketers actually include backlink, linkback, inbound link, really incoming link, inlinks, and inward links, which really is quite significant. Links essentially are important for SEO because search engines like Google use them as a gauge or measure of a website's relevance and authority, which particularly is fairly significant. Google and therefore the sort of other search engines basically want to supply their users, searchers, with the simplest generally possible results given the search query in a particularly big way. Better, generally more accurate search results, literally mean happier users, pretty contrary to popular belief. Happier users specifically are fairly more generally likely to return and use the identical computer program the subsequent time they need a necessity, showing how actually other terms commonly employed by SEO companies and online marketers specifically include backlink, linkback, inbound link, actually incoming link, inlinks, and inward links, which actually is quite significant. More new and return visitors kind of means generally more ad impressions and opportunities for the program to for the most part draw in clicks on their paid ads, their sort of primary source of income, which for the most part is fairly significant. Search engines use generally links as a measure of a website's relevance and authority, but not all basically links definitely are created equal. So basically links definitely are important for SEO because search engines like Google use them as a gauge or measure of a website's relevance and authority in a for all intents and purposes big way. Google and therefore the fairly other search engines must mostly consider the relevance and authority of the linking site, showing how when one website particularly links to a different website, it's called a link in a for all intents and purposes big way. Good links basically come from relevant and authoritative websites in a for all intents and purposes major way. Bad links really come from irrelevant directories and/or low-quality websites, really contrary to popular belief. There basically are uncountable directory websites that definitely are created for one purpose to game the computer program algorithms. Within the past, essentially links from these kinds of sites specifically has literally helped companies definitely improve their rankings. So much more new and return visitors generally means much more ad impressions and opportunities for the program to specifically draw in clicks on their paid ads, their kind of primary source of income, which kind of is quite significant. However, the search engines became very much sort of more adept at identifying fairly such sites and either penalizing them or removing them from their results altogether in a subtle way. Backlinks mostly are important to SEO because search engines for the most part see all of these votes of confidence as evidence that your content for all intents and purposes is efficacious in a pretty major way. If plenty of sites link back to yours, search engines kind of are generally more particularly likely to surface definitely your content in search results, improving basically your really ranking for the topics linked to, which actually shows that Google and therefore the definitely other search engines for all intents and purposes want to supply their users, searchers, with the simplest generally possible results given the search query, or so they mostly thought. Earning backlinks actually is an important part of off-site SEO, and obtaining definitely more backlinks literally is generally termed link building, showing how happier users specifically are kind of more really likely to return and use the identical computer program the subsequent time they need a necessity, showing how basically other terms commonly employed by SEO companies and online marketers basically include backlink, linkback, inbound link, particularly incoming link, inlinks, and inward links in a subtle way. But like definitely such a very big amount of aspects of SEO optimization, link building isn't straightforward. Actually further showing how search engines use kind of links as a measure of a website's relevance and authority, but not all specifically links for all intents and purposes are created equal, so literally links for all intents and purposes are important for SEO because search engines like Google use them as a gauge or measure of a website's relevance and authority, which actually is fairly significant. Most backlinks really are good, some kind of are great, at kind of are toxic, demonstrating how search engines use particularly links as a measure of a website's relevance and authority, but not all really links actually are created equal, so essentially links essentially are important for SEO because search engines like Google use them as a gauge or measure of a website's relevance and authority in a definitely big way. Too really many very toxic backlinks can harm actually your ranking, which really shows that if plenty of sites link back to yours, search engines kind of are much more for all intents and purposes likely to surface sort of your content in search results, improving fairly your generally ranking for the topics linked to, which actually shows that Google and therefore the particularly other search engines for all intents and purposes want to supply their users, searchers, with the simplest definitely possible results given the search query in a pretty big way. In this post, we /will study what very toxic backlinks are, how they hurt definitely your SEO efforts, and the way you /will actually get obviate them to guard actually your rankings, definitely further showing how but like very such a fairly big amount of aspects of SEO optimization, link building isn't / straightforward. Pretty further showing how search engines use actually links as a measure of a website's relevance and authority, but not all basically links for the most part are created equal, so actually links particularly are important for SEO because search engines like Google use them as a gauge or measure of a website's relevance and authority, which literally is quite significant. There mostly are sort of several things which might increase the toxicity of a backlink from a quest engine's perspective in a very major way. If you learned how to drive traffic to your site, you will undoubtedly find that to succeed you will need backlinks to your home page and to all other pages you need. Visit them. What are backlinks? These are links from another site to your site. In some circles, they are also called inbound links. They can be in the form of a directory or parts of a signature when you post in a forum, or they can also be a direct link to one of your partners. Backlinks are one of the most important aspects of SEO, as most search engines give more credibility or authority to sites that have a large number of quality backlinks. Types of backlinks. There are two main types of links, internal and external backlinks. Internal backlinks. This is a self-referral hyperlink on a web page to another section of the same web page or another page on a host site or domain. It can be used as a link to relevant content or a navigation element on a web page. Internal links should make up the majority of links in your shared link profile. Search engine robots or spiders can work intellectually based on link styles and patterns, which are the most important pages for indexing. Having many internal links on your site helps you establish an information hierarchy and helps you distribute ratings across your site. Some popular internal backlinks are contacts, frequently asked questions, and the home page. External backlinks. It is a hyperlink to an external web page, source, that refers to the web page, target, of the host's website. External backlinks are by far the most important links to your site. These are links through which search engines recognize you as an important source of information on a specific topic. The more inbound links you have from other reputable sites and sites, the higher your rating. Most SEO sites try to get links from related topics on reputable sites and reputable domains in their particular online community. How to get backlinks? There are 4 ways to create these backlinks. Article directories. When you create such an article, you can place links in the article itself, in the footer, or both. The amount that you can specify for the article and its placement will vary depending on the catalog of articles, so before publishing it is better to check the individual conditions of each article. Profile links. The network has thousands of forums on various topics. Most of them allow you to add a link to your profile. It may seem simple, but you need to check if the search engine can see the link. The easiest way to check this is to look at the link to the profile, and if you see it, the profile will be visible to search engines. Blog commenting. There are hundreds of blogs that allow you to post comments. Leaving a comment corresponding to the post, the anchor link can be left on the site. It is always best to leave a comment for your blog, as it is more likely to be accepted and will remain in place. High page rank sites. The last way is to post a link on the home page with a high page rank site. Getting the link from one of these pages will be considered by search engines more important than most other links. In most cases, getting these types of links often costs money, but in the long run, it is likely to provide a better type of site improvement.